I actually start almost every painting in a very different way because I'm always trying to learn about how to do it. I don't really believe that there's one set way that you make a painting. And I think that there's an indefinite number of ways in which you can approach things technically. Ultimately, you find things that are more efficient than other ones, so you kind of stick with them. But I just throw stuff in there. I mass a lot of things in, and I just make a big mess and really try to work with it and finally bring it into focus, like kind of move it all around and just get that one spot where, like, bang, it comes to life. And I think I do the same thing with the expression, or at least I try, where it's something very uncertain, very amorphous, and then, wow, like the person comes to life. I mean, that's at least my goal, My name is Maria Kreyn. I'm originally from Russia. I'm 25. I'm a painter. Yeah, I had a really wonderful experience. I think I was maybe about 9 or 10 years old, and it was a strange time in my life because I had taken an entire year off and I was homeschooling and I was, completely alone. And I remember sitting in my bed drawing, and I made this little thing with a pen, and it struck me as being very Greek. Like it looked to me like it had something to do with Greek sculpture, and I thought it was just really wonderful. And suddenly I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I think like painting is actually, it can be a very daunting task because our history is so full of wonderful things. And not only that, I think especially now as the world of figurative painting is really kind of exploding, which it hadn't been over the past several decades. It's really like a bunch of young people are now working, and I think that it can be very intimidating and you have so much to draw from, and that's really, you challenge yourself, I think, by looking at other work, by comparing it, by seeing what works and what doesn't, by seeing what's better than something else. And yeah, I guess I strive to get, the impression or effect of the things that I think are great. Like, try to figure out what that essential feature is there. And that's what I'm trying to bring out in the work. I hope. These images are not at all, religious, but I really like when people say that, and I think for a long time I just took it as a given. But as people began to tell this to me more and more, I realized, well, there is something there, right? There is something about that, and I think it comes back to just searching for what is it that's really great in the world. What is it that's really great about humanity, about human dignity. And I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is these archetypes that aren't necessarily, tied into an objective story. Because I think when you say biblical, it really relates to these, kind of religious paintings. And they tie so immediately into a story that was at that time when they were made known by everyone. And now, as we don't really have that many common stories, but I think it's still possible to, create in a head and create in an image and in an expression something that is very, fundamental to human beings and fundamental to our history. Like anyone would have that feeling at any given moment in time, perhaps. I don't know if that's true, but maybe. I guess those are the things that I'm trying to work with. Maybe that's why they look, biblical. This is the first solo show. It's in Oslo at a gallery called Pan Gallery, and I've titled the show Messengers. And I think that actually relates to your question about it being biblical. I think that's what these people are. I'm hoping in a strange way that they're bringing you something, and I don't know what it is, and it's a very ambiguous thought on my end, but I feel that that's what they are, is like they're messengers, and they're kind of time travelers too, because you don't quite know like where they're from, who they are. They could be from now, they could be from somewhere far away, like in the past. But I think there is a kind of archetypical quality about a messenger. I hope that it's beautiful. I hope that it's beautiful. I hope that it's inspiring. I hope that, you know, maybe I can impress myself too, a little bit. You know, it was kind of this like fleeting random dream as, you know, a 9 or 10-year-old kid, but I think I've just been very blessed and have had, you know, opportunities to continue to learn about what I really am passionate about.